You check a map on your phone before every trip. Your ancestors sailed into open ocean with no map, no compass, no idea what was on the other side, and somehow they made it. The real answer is far stranger than luck. Scientists once assumed early humans stayed close to shore. Rivers, lakes, land you could see from land. Then archaeologists found stone tools on islands never connected to any mainland. Someone had to get there on purpose. But how? Take Flores, an island in Indonesia. Stone tools there date back over 1 million years, long before modern humans existed. To reach Flores, whoever made them had to cross deep ocean water that never froze, never connected to the mainland, even during the Ice Age. How does a species with a smaller brain than yours pull that off? The answer isn't heroic, it's accidental. Picture a tsunami tearing trees and debris from the coast, sweeping them out to sea as floating rafts. Some carry survivors. Scientists call this accidental rafting, and it happens in nature constantly. Early hominins likely reached Flores the same way. Not by choice, by catastrophe. Here's where it gets strange. That population survived and evolved in isolation for hundreds of thousands of years, shrinking over time into a distinct species nicknamed the Hobbit. One accident became an entire evolutionary story. Now fast forward to modern humans. This time, the story changes. Homo sapiens didn't just drift onto islands, they planned. To reach Australia, early humans needed to cross over 60 miles of open ocean, even at the lowest point of the Ice Age. 60 miles isn't a lucky raft ride. That's a deliberate voyage. Evidence puts humans in Australia at least 65,000 years ago. They needed watercraft that could survive days at sea, and the will to keep going with no shoreline ahead and none behind. A 2021 study modeling ancient sea crossings found something remarkable. Groups traveling in larger numbers had far better odds of surviving long enough to found a new population. Island colonization wasn't usually one desperate survivor. It was a community deciding together the unknown was worth the risk. Consider what that crossing actually demanded. No engine, no satellite signal, just a hand-built vessel, a handful of people, and open water stretching in every direction with no landmark to aim for. Waves that could swallow a canoe whole. Storms with no warning system. Fresh water rationed drop by drop, because running out meant death long before land ever appeared on the horizon. Every single choice made on that journey was final. There was no turning back once the shore behind you disappeared. And yet, generation after generation, people kept choosing to go. Then there's the Pacific. Islands scattered across the largest ocean on Earth, some over 1,000 miles apart with nothing but sky and swell between them. Humans reached nearly every habitable one, using double-hulled canoes and wave piloting, reading ocean swells to sense land they couldn't yet see. This wasn't guesswork. Navigators memorized star paths across lifetimes. They tracked seabirds flying out to fish each morning and home each evening, like a living compass. They noticed clouds that only build over land and swells that bent around islands hundreds of miles away. None of it was written down. It passed by memory alone. Not every voyage succeeded. For every island eventually settled, researchers believe there were canoes that vanished entirely, swallowed by storms or simply lost to distance and miscalculation. Their crews never seen again by anyone who could tell the story. That risk wasn't hidden from the voyagers. They knew it. They watched canoes leave and never watched them return. And still, new crews loaded their own boats and pushed off from the same shore, betting their lives on the same impossible calculation their neighbors had just lost. Here's the reframe. You probably picture ancient voyages as desperate gambles. But voyagers carried pigs, chickens, and seed crops for planting. That's not a panicked escape. That's a plan to build a life somewhere new. They expected to succeed. Why does this matter to you right now? Because the instinct that pushed people onto rafts never left the species. It's the same instinct behind saying yes to a trip you can't picture yet, or starting something with no guaranteed outcome. Your ancestors crossed horizons they couldn't see the other side of, betting everything on land that existed only in probability and memory. You will probably never navigate by starlight, but you inherited the same nervous system that once decided the unknown was worth crossing anyway. Every time you choose the uncertain path over the safe one, you're running an ancient program, proven by people who paddled past the point of no return and refused to turn back. You check a map on your phone before every trip. Your ancestors sailed with no map at all, and somehow that was never really about the boat.